Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Popcorn Perspective. I'm Josh O'Leary. We're doing this episode in the garage. I was going to do it outside, but the crickets I think are too loud. Hopefully they're not too loud now. We'll see how this turns out. This may be a terrible idea, but today on Popcorn Perspective, we're going to be taking a look at a classic, 1988's Pumpkinhead. After the opening credits, we are introduced to Ed Harley and his little son, his little blonde son. They are the owners of a shop out there in the middle of nowhere. They have some land, it seems like, and they have a little dog. And it's a very cute little boy. It looks like Jonathan Lipnicki a little bit. It's really hard to imagine Jonathan Lipnicki being in anything scary. But this bond between father and son, it's very heartwarming at the start of this movie. They even share a little apple together. So sweet, so sweet. The only problem is that a group of teenagers soon invade the land, like in your typical slasher film. A group of teenagers come in and they take over the land, and they got dirt bikes. There's like a guy and a girl couple, and then there's like the badass dude who he's the badass of the group. He looks like Todd. It is Todd Gack. It's Todd Gack from Seinfeld. He is the main bad guy here because he's the guy who ends up doing the most wrong. So it's a group of teenager friends who stop here at this shop with their dirt bikes, and while everyone's inside, old Todd Gack says, "I'm gonna go take the dirt bike for a spin. I'm not just gonna sit around here like some bozo, okay? I'm cool Todd Gack, okay? I gotta go ride my dirt bike around and be a dumbass, okay?" And then a bunch of like little hillbilly kids show up. Little hillbilly, I don't know what else to call them. They just got dust all over them. There's a cloud around these kids and around this family, and they're taunting the youngest one of the family outside, telling him Pumpkinhead's gonna get him. Pumpkinhead. He's like, "Ain't no Pumpkinhead. Pumpkinhead ain't real." And this group, this family of dust people, they're just there to get something from the shop, and then they leave. But it seems like they know a little something about the lore of Pumpkinhead, the title of the film here. Now, for some reason, Mr. Ed Harley, he leaves the store. And he leaves the store with all these teenagers. They're running around outside on dirt bikes. He leaves the store. Whatever it is, he's got to do it now. And he's got to leave Jonathan Lipnicki, the little kid from Jerry Maguire, in charge with the dog. He leaves them in charge and says, "Don't leave here." And you know exactly what that kid's going to do. He's going to leave there. He's going to leave the spot. They're flying around on dirt bikes. You can already see what's coming. Todd Gack, boom, huge jump. Huge Travis Pastrana-like moves from Todd Gack. Insane, extreme moves from Todd Gack. I couldn't believe it. And he lands his quadruple backspin flip on the dirt bike right on top of small Stuart Little. He kills Stuart Little with his bike. Ed Hardy's son is now dead from being hit from a dirt bike. And it's not going to end up well after this. All but one of the teenagers leaves the scene. That one teenager for some reason waits around for Mr. Harley to come back, and then Mr. Harley picks up his son, and it's a really sad scene. That was really sad because they were just at the beginning sharing an apple together as father and son, and that made me sad to see his little small Jonathan Lipnicki son in his arms dead. So the one teenager that stayed behind, he goes off to find his group of friends who have, conveniently found some house to stay in. All the meanwhile, Ed Hardy is gonna make his way up some road to this old woman's house. You know exactly where this road is. This old woman's house at the top of this road is, and she's old. Let me tell you right now. You know what? Actually, she's not that. She's a nice young woman. This nice young woman is going to provide Ed with a cure. He thinks she has a cure that she can maybe be able to heal his dead son. And she's like, "Listen, Ed, I'm not going to be able to heal your dead son. Okay? He's super dead. Okay? Deadest son I've ever seen." That's what she said in the film. You can watch it for yourself. She says those exact words. And he's like, "Shit, I can't. I'm gonna have to do something. There's something, I gotta put something together. I don't know what I'm gonna do. She's like, if you want revenge, I got you. What you're gonna need to do is you're gonna need to go down to that pumpkin patch, that comically circular long pumpkin patch out there in the woods, and you're gonna need to dig up that demon body that's out there, and you're gonna need to bring it back to me. Go out there and dig up that body, and you'll get your revenge. Ed does exactly that. He goes out there and he digs up this little decrepit, gross, creepy little body. He goes out there and digs it up and brings it back to a nice young lady at the top of the road there, and she does some little ritual to bring this monster back to life by she cuts the hand of Ed, takes his blood, and she takes the blood of the little boy too, and drips it. What I am assuming, she mixes it with what I am assuming is 7-Up, probably 7-Up. And then she drizzles it onto the demon's body. And now Pumpkinhead, he lives! But at a cost to Mr. Harley, who will now suffer from major migraines. And he's suffering from these major migraines. It's revealed in the movie because he's like part of this demon. Anytime this demon is going in to like hurt someone or kill someone, Ed's feeling the pain in his head. So the slashing pumpkin makes his way through these teenagers, death by death, getting most of them with the most satisfying death. Let's take a look at it here. Being Mr. Todd Gack, who is impaled with his own rifle and flung up and down. It's a great kill. Pumpkinhead. But let's talk about the look of Pumpkinhead here. He looks good. I think he looks good. He kind of looks like an alien type creature, you know, like, but he's not fully formed. He fully forms throughout the end of the movie. You see him fully formed. It's a cool creature. I like it. It looks good. So just about everybody's dead except these last two. It's like Dave Coulier and his girlfriend. They survive. And the hillbilly kid, he leaves his house. He sneaks out of his house because he wants to find out more about Pumpkinhead. He meets up with these two. He finds them all distraught, and he's like, come here, follow me. I'll take you to this abandoned church. I don't think Pumpkinhead likes churches, which Pumpkinhead proved them wrong. He went right into that church and did not give a shit, and took apart a cross right away. It was like, I'm gonna take some time to destroy this cross. I do not like Jesus. That's what Pumpkinhead, he said that in the movie. You can go and check. He said that. As they're like fleeing the scene, Pumpkinhead catches up with him, and he's like, he takes the guy, the Dave Coulier looking dude, and Dave Coulier is like getting ready to be eaten by Mr. Gory Gourd, and the girl and the hillbilly kid are just like, let's leave him. Maybe he'll catch up with us later. And they were right. He did catch up with them later. Because Pumpkinhead just drags his ass around until he meets up with them again. And then Ed Hardy, he shows up, and he's like, hey, you guys come in here and hide in here. Remember, guys, this is a first viewing. I'm trying to remember it here. So he's like, yeah, you guys come in here, and I'm gonna set up this flamethrower, and I'm gonna take this pumpkin out. You know, he almost does just that, except he like steps on like a rake or something. He steps on like a pitchfork, and it goes through his chest as he's going out there to fight Pumpkinhead. And Pumpkinhead reacts to it. He's like, Pumpkinhead, it hurts Pumpkinhead. Like almost voodoo dollish type scenario here. That's when Ed Hardy comes to the realization that he's like, oh, I'm Pumpkinhead. Like, I'm part Pumpkinhead. Like, whatever happens to me, it's gonna affect Pumpkin. And just as about like Pumpkinhead's about to take out the final girl here in this film, the only way that Mr. Hardy can, Mr. Harley, not Hardy. I keep saying Hardy. The only way that he can go into and stop this mess is to go and unalive himself with his own gun in his car. I guess that's what it seemed like he tried to do, which it doesn't work. It doesn't take him out. The final girl has to shoot him. He's like, kill me. And at this point, Pumpkinhead is he's almost fully formed here. His face even looks like Mr. Harley. Very good effects here. I like that. I like that he wasn't. But I would have loved to see the movie with him like fully developed and really taking people out, really strong, kind of a slow moving creature, Pumpkinhead. So the final girl takes out she takes him out, and Pumpkinhead, he's just sets on fire somehow. He just sets ablaze, confirming that both he and Ed Harley are dead. They're dead now. And it ends with that nice young lady from the top of the road. That nice young lady from the top of the road who knows all the witchcraft and stuff. She buries little baby pumpkin. She buries the little baby burnt pumpkin again down into the nice circular pumpkin pit where he came from. And that's how the film ended. Now, what did I think of this movie? I mean, I just watched it. This is my first reaction to it. I just watched it. I liked it. I thought it was a fun watch. There were some things I would nitpick about it. Todd Gack was hilarious. I love seeing someone from Seinfeld. They're from Seinfeld. Fun slasher film. I actually cared for the little boy in the beginning. It definitely drew me in. I definitely wanted him to get revenge. Him being a part of Pumpkinhead, you know, that really puts a quarrel there. Puts him in a pickle there. You know, because every time he gets revenge, he's gonna feel it. And I didn't agree, like, when Todd Gack died, I didn't like that the dad was like, oh, I feel like, dude, shut up, dude. He ran over your son with a dirt bike, dude. Fuck him, dude. Stomp on his stupid wiener. So yeah, Pumpkinhead. This was fun. I liked watching this. What rating would I give it? What rating? Let's see. I give it, I don't really like pumpkin flavored things, but I do like those little pumpkin gummy candy. Like, they're kind of like the orange slices, but they're pumpkins. Those are good. So I'll give it 6 out of 10 of those. I get 6 out of 10 little pumpkin gummies. Okay, that's my review for Pumpkinhead, 1988 classic. That's my popcorn perspective, guys. That's my first take, my first review on this film. Tune in next week when I take a look at another film. I don't know what it is yet. I usually would show you the preview right here. And if I know by the time that this is in the edit room, it'll be right here. All right, guys, we'll see you next time. Bye.
This is where